Now to the more technical aspect of Copenhagen. More specifically the ground radar plugin, which is used to control out of Copenhagen. You may be thinking, what the heck is this? Well, it's the plugin that gets us the ground layout to have it match the real one in Copenhagen as close as possible. And we do that pretty darn accurately actually. There are a few things about it which is nice to go through, so you're completely familiar with this tool. First of all, the GRPlugin is the grey top bar you see below the gyroscope settings bar. And here you can access all of these features. One of the features is a different monitoring system which produce warning tags to airplanes. They can be turned on or off in the top bar menu and include APM, area penetration monitoring, REM, runway incursion monitoring, CVM, clearance violation monitoring, OSM, occupied stand monitoring, RVM, restriction violation monitoring, ECM, emergency code monitoring, and RUM, runway usage monitoring. Each of these has different warnings, not just the letters, but actually all different kinds of types. You can turn them on and off as you like, however we recommend you to leave them all on. By the way, yellow is off, blank is on. You can also get nuisance warnings for these, especially you often see the no takeoff clearance and no taxi clearance flag. This is because you forget to update the departure markers in the departure list or the airplane tag or V-strips. Refer to the ground radar plugin manual located in your EKDK folders in Documents Gyroscope for more information on page 17. You also have several lists available. Here especially useful is the approach window, giving you a view of what is happening around you. It shows you a larger view, especially useful to see inbound airplanes and VFR flights. You also see you have inbound scales of 1 nautical mile increments, so you can visualize the distances and separate departures. The cone lines is the ILS sensitivity area, they go 2 nautical miles out, and the dash line next to the cone lines are the ones for the parallel runway, as well as you also see VFR reporting points. You have then the TTT, which is time to touchdown, to be able to time the arrivals and therefore manage them. The DEP timer for timing and separating departures to get a better flow and precise timing separation. These 3 items, approach window, time to touchdown, and departure timer, they're all opening with the scope as a standard. The rest you have to open manually. These are lists, which are the alerts that the monitoring system has at the very moment, the list of departures and arrivals, and the list of stands, including a possibility to see which stands has been pre-assigned already. Also, runway configuration, latest RVR, and a small extra ground view can be opened if desired. Just remember that these must be opened manually. Remember to read the manual, and if you want to change anything, you can add it yourself in the GRPlugin settings, but remember to do it in the local one, because the other one will be overwritten every time an update is pushed. The local ones will not. If you go to functions, you can see flight plans and you can edit the maps. However, this is mainly automated and we recommend you to leave them in the position they are in. Maps are basically overlays on the scope and are displayed depending on what runway you have in use. It will include stuff like taxiway light lines, active runways, stand numbers, release points, all these kind of things. If you go to the settings, you can edit certain settings as you like, including adding different things to the tags and lists, but keep in mind that we made it like it is for realism purposes, and we recommend you to follow them. Again, you can reference the manual for more information. This brings us to the automatic stand plugin. This assigns a stand, and it has been quite complicatedly configured to be as accurate as possible. It will give you a correct stand 9 out of 10 times. However, it's not perfect, and sometimes you can get an odd stand for some different reasons, mainly if the call sign is unknown, if the system gets confused, if there's so many inbound airplanes that has been pre-assigned that basically no stands are left in any area of normal parking, or maybe if you have an airplane which is way outside normal parameters, which would be like a KLM 747 from Frankfurt, the plugin won't quite know what to do with it always. You can always change stands or assign one if none is assigned. You can open the stand menu on the tag and then you either press auto. This assigns any open stand and will not take any pre-assigned stand into consideration, meaning basically it's pushing another airplane's pre-assigned stand out of the way. Alternatively, you can manually enter a stand if a pilot requests something specific, and this will disregard everything else. Note that the stand plugin will never assign an already occupied stand if the auto is pressed. However, note a stand may be occupied after it's been assigned by a sporting airplane, for example, in which case you will have the stand warning marker appear over the tag. That's basically the quick version of the ground radar plugin. refer to the developer manual for many more things that you can actually do with this tool. Thanks for watching.